Hey folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugga, and I am coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. It is currently 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Today I was going to go and get a Christmas tree and put some lights up. Um, it is raining really hard out, so that's not going to happen today. Fortunately, I can do it tomorrow and get everything else done because on Monday I only have a quick 30-minute run. It's not even that long, and it's literally 2 minutes to my bus, 1 minute to my bus, depending on the light, and then 4 or 5 minutes at most up to my staging area where I start. And it doesn't start till 8:15, so I literally can leave this house at 7:30 and make it there in plenty of time. So I basically have almost all of Monday off as well. So I kind of got like a 3-day weekend with a little blip in the middle. So, anyways, we're continuing on here. Um, I believe we chose our cargo already. Yep. The 11-ton track. Now, interestingly enough, this can actually come in 70 tons. Um, Here, I will, because I'm pretty sure they have cargo weight. Actually, we're towing one of the lightest ones with cargo weight up. Oh no, we're not. That's my bad. We want to go all the way to the front. Yeah, 1 ton. What the hell only weighs 1 ton? Cut flowers. The trailer weighs more than a ton. Sorry, this is what we want. Yeah, 70 tons, 55 tons, 55, 40. That track I'm towing, I've seen it before at 70 tons. I've seen it at 70 tons. Um, so it's very interesting. I'm just looking at these specialty cargoes. You know, you get these. But anyways, let's go pick up. This is going to be a long one, so this is probably going to be a multi-part video, I'm thinking. With only 11 tons, I may not even have to put the other axle down. Oops, brake. Oh, and it's raining in-game too. Awesome. Hang on, why is that trailer so far away? Oh, yeah, it is, huh? Really? I mean, this is... Stop that. Yeah, that's my fault doing that. I'm supposed to grab here. I mean, I'm not sure why I didn't take this other than direction. Oh, I've got them lined up by cargo weight. I forgot to put it back to price per distance, which I've got it backwards. Yeah, and this is 51,000. But this is, well, it's not as much money, but it's almost the same price per distance. But this has the, fine, fine. I'll just go do this. It's fine. It's not that far away, and we're not going to be towing a trailer to get there. So I am going to show off American Truck Simulator soon. Again, just more to show it off. And the good news is that yesterday a map mod has come out for American Truck Simulator 2 from ProMods Canada. Yes, Canada has released There's something I want to do here real quick. I'm sorry about my nose. It's a habit I've always had. And I'm, getting towards my 50s, so it's not something that's going to go away. I have turned down the brake intensity quite a bit. I really don't want to go much further than that. Okay. I'd especially like to point out the difference between heavy haul trailers here in this game and heavy haul trailers in American Truck Simulator. The cargoes are definitely different too. I can't tell if my axle. No, my axle is not up, and it should be. There it is. But it's like I said, if you don't know the game, I'll kind of like point it out in a little bit. I want to get to this. Oops, put the lights on. Oh, and are our auxiliaries? Nope, because we did a truck upgrade, and because we did a truck upgrade, that automatically makes it so our auxiliary lights do not turn on. Should I fuel up now? Just so I have like a near full tank by the time I get there. Yeah, I should probably fuel up now. That's not much of an income, Peter. $648? Ah, but you've leveled up. All right, because Pete has leveled up, I am going to stop at this gas station, fuel up, and then take a moment to oops, and then take a moment to deal with Pete. All right, yeah, it wasn't going to be much. Um, driver manager. Hey, Petey. All right, so you just got your first point in high value. So now we want you to go to fragile. We want to point here and a point like I'm doing, a point here, and then fill this up. And he's already got ADR. So once he gets these and starts working on this, he's actually going to make some serious freaking money. And I will upgrade his truck with a more powerful engine. And I will give that truck a dual axle to make it better at handling heavy cargo. I don't know if that has an effect in the game, but if it does, I'd rather him have a more powerful engine and a six, an actual 4x6 once I unlock it, or even a 6x4x2, or 6x2, so that he has more axles to carry weight. But in this game, in Euro Truck, the heavy trailers, um, you'll have like one with a front axle and then multiple rear axles, and those axles, or at least the front, if not the rear, turn. And then the really heaviest, the special cargo, the axles on those special cargos pivot to turn the trailer. So if your truck turns this way, the axles turn and push the trailer out to help you get around corners. In American Truck Simulator, you basically have a trailer that the special cargo's on, so it's a 6-axle trailer, connects to. So you have your truck, the trailer, and then on the trailer you have the actual cargo trailer, which is basically a sling trailer, so like a low boy. It also has like 6 or 8, it's like 3 or 6 or 8 axles. And then on the back of that, you have another trailer on the back of the massive trailer. You have another trailer attached to it with 6 more axles, whose purpose I can't figure out other than maybe extra stability. Maybe it's helping the weight carry or distribute more weight across the road. I don't know, but it makes it incredibly long, and none of those axles, as far as I can tell, turn. Which means you need to make some ungodly wide turns in order to make it around some corners. And even then, even at the widest corner you take, your trailer still brushes up and rubs up against like guardrails and stuff. So I'm not sure why it's done that way in American Truck Simulator, but it is. So, anyways, it's gonna take a while to level that PD guy up. Just because he doesn't have a pointed long distance, only because the advantage is he has 3 CDRs. That's actually really good because that will allow him to leapfrog other guys that I normally would have hired once he gets going. Once he really gets going, because he'll be able to take specialty cargoes long distance. I'm just gonna bomb by you here, dude. Don't mind me. Does that go slow? I am. I'm only going 100 and almost 10. See, I'm going to do like American Truck Simulator and show off my truck, but I want to install Canada first. The thing is I'm in the middle. I just hooked up to a trailer and I'm ready to do a delivery in American Truck Simulator. And if I were to install the Pro Mods, um, if I were to install the Pro Mods thing now, what would end up happening is it would cancel my delivery and put me back at my garage or something like that. And I don't want that to happen. So I need to take the trailer I have and deliver it, and then I can install Canada. But once I install Canada, I'll do um, a bit of a showcase on on I can't think. On American Truck Simulator, the truck I'm driving. It's a modded in Kenworth K100. So I really like cab overs. They're my favorite trucks easily. Easily my favorite trucks. I kind of dislike the quarries because you got to go down into them, man. And it's not like getting out. This is only 11 tons. I could pull this out with the weakest truck in the game without an issue. It's just I have to go all the way down here to get it, and it's annoying. And on top of that, I also have a couple other modded trucks in American Truck Simulator. One mod I actually would like to look for to put into this game and to American Truck Simulator, and I'm gonna try and do it through the yeah, that's a big track, but it's a regular trailer. So I've seen bigger tracks. Like I said, I've towed a track that was 70 tons, and it did not go well. That was weird. But whatever, we're connected. And at 11 tons, I don't even need to put my secondary axle down, which will give me more maneuverability and save me a little bit of cost on tires. Unless my axle was automatically put down, which I don't think it was. No, I still got it up, so we're good. I was just too low in gear. What is that? That's like, is that just the side of the trailer I'm seeing? That's okay. Yeah, it is. It's just the side of the trailer. That would have hurt my truck, but it didn't. I got lucky. Ah, no. Okay, I need to stop doing stupid stuff like that, which of course means it won't happen. But what I want to mod into the game, and I'm going to try and do it through the workshop, because somebody's got to have it in there. Although it's a little late, I'd almost want to start over if I wasn't so far in already. Um, and I'll probably go and look after this recording. Is like realistic economy. There was a mod a long time ago that I used to use, and it was a realistic economy because getting trucks and paying drivers and building up an empire where you have nothing to worry about in this game is really easy. Like, it is super freaking easy to get a truck, get a couple trucks, get drivers up, and once you get rolling, you just overrun everything so easily. It's ridiculous. You have more money than you know what to do with. I'm buying every garage I come across, upgrading it. At one point, I'll be able to. It will, in other words, it does not take nearly as long as it should for me to be able to buy a garage I come across in a town, upgrade it to a large garage, and then put 5 drivers in it, buy 5 brand new trucks, upgrade all 5 of them to maximum amount, and then yeah, we want to be careful here. Yeah, this is going to be speed limited, so we knew that was going to happen. I don't know why I got a red light, considering that there's nothing over the other side, but whatever. Um, but yeah, it's just really, really easy to overcome the economy in this game. And there was a mod that had a realistic economy, and it drastically reduced the amount of money you'd get per delivery. It upped the cost of things. Loans, I couldn't just grab a 500,000 euro loan. Um, are you gonna give me a green? Like today? Yes. Not too fast. Now we can. But yeah. Um, I just really didn't like it, and I like the economy mod that just made it more difficult. It took a lot more effort to even to upgrade your garage and get a single truck with a single driver to help you. And even then, there were a couple times I was like, I actually dropped into the negative. My bank account was in the negative while I was on a run. I was on a run. My bank account was in the negative, paying a little bit more attention to the speed. All right, phone, I didn't say anything, so I don't know why you activated. So it was definitely a bit more stressful when this game is really supposed to be kind of like a zen relaxing game. Um, Braking's much more acceptable now that I've turned it down quite a bit. I forget. I've got way more maneuverability because I don't have the axle down. I got a much shorter wheelbase. I gotta make sure I have it turned down in American Truck Simulator too. I should just start saying ATS and ETS. Um, but yeah, I mean that's what a lot of independent truckers face. You know, they tend to run sometimes on razor thin budgets. Um, you know, I watch with it, the Highway Through Hell. With Jamie Noble and Al Quiring and the big rig wreckers up in Canada on the Coca-Holic. One of my favorite shows. And there's been several instances where they've helped a truck that's stranded, and it's an independent driver. I'm gonna stay at like 95 back roads, which is like really fast. Um, but yeah, he handed him a credit card to pay for the help, and the credit card was maxed out. So he handed him another credit card, and that card was maxed out. I think he handed him like overall, he handed him like three credit cards, and it wasn't until he got to his fourth one that the credit card finally cleared, or maybe it was he handed him two cards and it was the third one that finally cleared, or something along those lines. It was something along those lines. Well, he may not be making much, but at least he's making it often. Besides, I look at him as an investment. But, that's how trucking for a lot of independent truckers work. Which is why a lot of them push the envelope so much. Something I'll talk about in a second. So I really, really like that economy mod. Dude, really? Well, maybe. I'm not gonna say it about police and passing me and cutting me off like that. I'm just gonna let it go. Um, of course, which meant I said it in a more passive aggressive way, but I look at my drivers right now as more of an investment. Obviously, hiring a driver is an investment, but again, once I get the fragile and on time cargo for him, which is going to take a little while because he can only do really short runs. Um, once he gets his first point in long distance and go a little bit further, and he starts cranking on that long distance and does longer and longer hauls and gets more and more XP for those distant hauls, he'll really start being able to make some money with the CDR badges as well, which other drivers would have to train up to. So where other drivers might have a point in fragile, might have a point in long distance, and say a point in uh, I don't know, you know, value or heavy cargo. Um, I look at it as once he trains up, I won't have to train the other guys in CDRs that he'll already have. So he'll be making money a little bit quicker, I feel, than the other guys. Yep, a little bit of an accident. Either I'm like in a continuous climb or this 11-ton trailer or not having my axle down or something is really screwing me over because I'm having issues gaining speed. You know, I admit, um, again, I wanted to keep it around 95. I admit flat out that I miss the older times of Euro Truck. I mean, there's been a lot of great improvements, and I wish I could combine those improvements into the older times. What do I mean by older times? Well, what I mean by older times when I say that is, um, again, I really miss Truck Sim Map because, again, they had way more challenging. Eee, eee. This is really stupid, by the way, and I should really be slowing down. But they had much more challenging terrain. I mean, again, very common. Well, not very common, but it wasn't uncommon to get. Please tell me you're just going to go and you're not going to come to a stop on the hill. To get into, to get into steep climbs. Um, it was not uncommon to get into switchback turns climbing mountains or coming down. Or, there's that one place I talked about in the map. And I'm actually like considering going back and looking for that video where I took the. It was just as I think I might have had the new Volvo. It was just I think as the new Volvo at the time was released. And oh, 110, please. I don't know if I got that locked at 110 or not. Technically, I should have my beacons on, but um, I'm not. It's only 11 tons. It's not a wide. It's not an extra big. It's not an extra heavy. So I'm not going to bother with the beacons. The flatbed trailer, I believe, already has a beacon on it, but I'm not going to bother. Uh, Geez, I forget what I was talking about, honestly. Oh yeah, I remember. The new Volvo was released, and I had a 70-ton train. It was the first time I had towed, I'd towed that I've hauled. That's what I'm looking for. The word I'm looking for. That I had hauled a 70-ton trailer. It was the heaviest. I believe it was a Jazzy Cat mod. Um, and it was the train engine. It was the heaviest trailer in the game by far. At the time, I did find one that was heavier, but that was an individual mod later down the road. I only used it once, never used it again. Not because it was bad, just because it went out of date and it wouldn't work. And whoever wrote it um, didn't put it back, didn't update it. So, and that was an 80 ton. Whoa, hurry up and pass me. Not used to things passing me when I've got like my full roll going, but whatever. I'm gonna have to slow down so I don't run the. I keep losing my train of thought. Um, I'm gonna hold at 11th while I climb. I don't see a reason to shift. But yeah, and I ended up climbing this mountain, and like I said, it was insanely steep. It was so steep, I think I had to take the Volvo all the way back to second gear, and I was making at best 8 kilometers. Um, at best, I was making like 8 kilometers per hour, I think, at one point. Tunnel. Tunnels have a more restrictive speed limit. I thought I had a little bit more time to slow down. Oh well, I've already got nailed for it, so frick it. I like to stay away from the edge of tunnels because I've had bad experiences with modded in cargo and tunnels. Oh, dude, I need to get this load of pineapples to Hawaii. It's a bit of a tribute to a joke Robin Williams told about truckers and speed. He's doing a drug routine. And the joke was is that the guy riding along with the trucker, the relief trucker, the partner trucker was going, that's the ocean up in front of us. I don't care. These pineapples need to get to Hawaii. Something of that nature. Oh man, I miss Robin Williams. I mean, who doesn't? But talk about a man who played so many tragic roles. Guy was like a living enigma. Some of the more tragic roles he played. I believe he took his life because he had Parkinson's and he didn't want to live with what it was slowly doing to him, at least at his age. Which is depressing, which is not just sad and depressing by itself, but the fact that at one point Robin Williams actually did anti-suicide messages, commercials, and he said, in those messages that this mother has been in front of me and is not moving lanes, so whatever. And he said in those messages, I'm going to plow through to the next rest spot. I believe we'll be fine. Speed. And he said in those messages, suicide is a very permanent solution to a temporary problem. It's not always true. There are some people out there who have severe issues and they're not going to go away, be the physical or mental, and really somewhat ironic, I suppose. um, that he ended up with a permanent condition, you know. And speaking of things, today, when this video goes, this video won't go up today, but when this video goes up, the day I'm recording it is December 5th. My mother has ended up back in the hospital. She was supposed to go to Sturdy Memorial. She didn't. She ended up going to Milford, which is fine, I suppose. And it's nothing serious. Hang on a sec. I don't know what got into my mouth. You know, what was floating around in there. Probably an almond fleck from the yogurt I just had this morning. It was bugging the hell out of me. God, this is terrible. Why am I doing so bad? Okay, you know what? You know what? You know what's gonna happen. Um, Maybe I need to up the truck stability just a bit. Or no, the cabin suspension stiffness. We'll try that because the cabin's leaning like really hard and it's bugging the fuck out of me. And that may be what's adding to me steering like shit. Yeah, that's like way freaking better. Yeah, I... Okay, let's not do this. Alright, I've lost 400 euros. It's fine. Because, well, this is what I do. It's like I don't tweak and do everything till I get it perfect before I record. I just shoot as I go. But yeah, that's like way better. I'm not like ending up on a 90-degree angle. I should probably also, just because, a little slower. One of these days I'll get a steering wheel and my driving will be a lot smoother. But for now, I'm still on my controller. But yeah, you see, it's correcting the steer. That's the issue. Because it feels like it takes too long for it to turn back straight. Alright, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. How long do we have? 2 hours, 54 minutes. We have a rest spot here. No. Where's the next rest spot? Gas station? Yeah. Alright, we're going to make this our rest spot. We may even fuel up because we're already down to half a tank. Again, I have much smaller fuel tanks now. And no fuel economy. So I'm going to chew through fuel a heck of a lot faster. Also, yeah, slow down the speed of my truck. Have I done something like seriously wrong that I can't drive anymore? It's trying to fight my natural instincts to jab the joystick and do it a little more smoothly, you know? To pay attention to the big corners coming up. I mean, maybe that also has a little bit of what the big, not the big, the shorter wheelbase has, is making my truck a little more unstable, maybe? I don't know. Let's try and keep it at 100 kilometers for now. I'm feeling like pushing 110 is just really screwing me over. I also gotta learn to just use more of the highway when I can. Oh, where was the... Oh, so where was the... Well, yeah, there actually was a camera and a police car. Although I don't know if the police cars actually do anything. They probably do. Great, 600 euros. If there's one thing I get fined for in this game, it's speeding. Because I just cruise, you know? If I got pulled over and ticketed for speeding as much in real life driving CDL as I did in this game, I'd have lost my CDL a long time ago. I think like three major speeding violations in a short amount of time would actually cost you your CDL or something like that. I'm not sure how many, I just know enough violations and you lose your CDL. Hey, do I have the track for... No? No? Because I was just thinking, maybe if I did. Yeah, this rest spot's coming at a good spot. You sure? I've got this track here. You could just... No? No, no, no. Alright. Try to save myself some time, but the guy just didn't want to cooperate, so... Should not have my mini sun on. It's a little difficult having such small fuel tanks now. Because the reality for me is simply um, it feels like I'm losing more money because I have to fuel up more often, but the reality is I'd still be using the same amount of fuel. I just had ginormous fuel tanks, you know? I don't know if I can, if there's going to be like a place to park. Yeah, there is. Okay, stop that. Because see, unlike the other one where I was spending, over 1,000 euros to fill it up, that one I barely spent, what, 500? Get us some rest. Right, driver, yeah, he's actually got a decent load for once. He has not leveled up yet, though. Not yet. I got to get this. I get this, and then, yeah, I've gone over it enough times. Um, but anyways, folks, that is going to be me done for this episode. Like I said, I'm not going to, what's this? Oh, I can add, I don't have trailers, whatever. Um, I'm going to cut the episode at the rest spot so that they don't get overly long. So that's going to be me done for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching this mindless, rambling, speeding out of control, nearly crashing into everything I come across episode. Until next time, this is going to be One Big Bug. I'm going to be signing out. Oh, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you then.